everyone, so actually I have created a similar video to this previously on the 1st January of 2021 because I wanted to record how I look like and my present and my talk about my current situation in life right now, and then perhaps like 1 year later I will actually review and do a comparison. So I was very inspired after watching this Korean YouTuber who does it, and what she did was that she compared herself in of her day in her life and then another video a year later, and then she talked about like her progress in life and also the things that she achieved over a period of year. And I thought that that was pretty cool and I really want to try this. So but when I did the video on that day, that first few days in Singapore, right, was actually like very dark and gloomy, so I couldn't capture a very good footage of myself. I actually uploaded it, but I decided that hey, I should just redo it and just delete it because now the weather today, it's the, let me check, today it's the 16th of January, and I find that the weather is so much better. There is sun coming out, and I just came back from meeting my friends, so I just want to do a video. So currently in the situation, right, today 16 Saturday, it's a Saturday, January 2021. I'm currently 32 going on 33 in another like 3 months time. I'll be turning 33, so I'll be getting married this year very soon, in about a month's time. And currently I'm working at a job, a full-time job in the education sector, so I'm doing teaching. And I would say that I've been in this industry for about maybe 9 years or so. I find that I'm good at it. I'm good at teaching and communicating with kids in particular. It's something that I find that it's easy for me to pick up that skill. It's not difficult and challenging. So after some time I felt that I just needed something else, and I just hope that there will be more opportunities in future for me to try on other things, because I feel that I could do much more rather than just teaching or even like interacting with kids in general. I just find that I am capable of doing much more. So I just hope that I'll be presented more opportunities. It could be in the form of like changing jobs, or like even moving on to a new company or a new institution, that sort of thing. Right. And if you ask me whether I'm happy with my life right now, I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I would say I'm blessed for all the things that are being bestowed upon me by the Lord, and has been a fruitful journey after going back to Christ, going back to Jesus and attending church again. So I kind of gain more wisdom and knowledge over the years, and then by listening to sermons. And there are times where I struggled, where there are times where I questioned myself, questioned about life, questioned about God. But all in all, I find that every time it just points me back to Jesus, and I feel very centered after that. And I would say that there are testimonies in my life that would really make me remind myself of all the things that I've been blessed with, like my health. I'm healthy. I am blessed with a happy family. I'm getting married. I have my partner, who actually is a very loyal man. He's a very kind-hearted, and I'm just thankful for the people in my life as well. As I prepare my wedding montage, I kind of look back at the days and the times that I spent with people. I'm not perfect, so there are days and times where I kind of disappoint people. There are people who just walked out of my life, and because the way that I reacted to it, I could have managed it better, but I guess at that time I was still rather immature. So right now now that I'm getting more mature, I feel that I could handle relationships much better. So, but there are also people who stood by me no matter what. Those are my very, very dear friends, and my friends, like my primary school friends, my JC friends, junior college friends, and even my university pals as well. So I'm just very thankful for all these people who stood by me, who actually kind of catch up with me once in a while, like when I have my holidays or when I have break from work. We're just able to catch up over coffee conversations. And as for family, I would say that our family is not very close knit as compared to when you're younger. When you're younger, we're pretty close knit because we kind of enjoy spending time together. But as we grew older, I think because of like those teenage years, and their years of like rebellions, and my siblings and I went through a lot. It's a huge emotional ride for us, and there are times where I kind of throw tantrum at my parents. I don't really have a very good temper when I was younger. So because of that, I think it was very strained. I would say that no one actually really bothers about keeping ties or like spending time with family. But I think over the years, as we kind of like move into our own lives, like getting married, my brother's getting married, and then we kind of like look back and then kind of like feel that we should appreciate what we have, and then the freedom that our parents give, because my parents are some of the best parents, probably the best parents in the world, because they don't hold me back in any way. They kind of give me a lot of room to grow, and they don't like say nasty things or like things to put me down or anything like that, but neither were they like very positive or encouraging. I would just say that they are pretty supportive in whatever things or decisions that we make. They respected our decisions, so they wouldn't say like, oh, this is amazing, or like, you're amazing, that sort of thing. They wouldn't say that kind of thing, but they will say things like, yeah, go ahead, if you feel this is something for you, then just go ahead. So because of that, I felt that my parents, they were really a different breed altogether, because like if you compare my friends' parents and my other parents that I've met, it's totally different. So I'm very thankful for the family that I have currently, and we're trying to go back and forge that, to go back to the old ways of forging that close-knit bonds. Yeah, so that's that. And whatever I'm saying in this video is a little bit about my resolutions also, that this year that I really hope to seek in terms of my career, in terms of my family relationships, and personal friend relationships also, and also talking about the next stage in life, getting married, and then like I'm hoping that I will be able to cherish the kind of friendship, and also that kind of special bond and unique relationship I have with Samuel, because there are times that when we quarrel, I know that it's going to be a struggle because of our differences. We are very different in terms of personality, certain beliefs, but thankfully there are certain beliefs we are pretty similar, in the sense like we trust the Lord, we believe, we have faith in the Lord. So that's something that it's good to have, because at least that really kind of ties us together on the same ground. So the only thing is just our personality differences, because he's a very loud person, very extroverted, and I'm very introverted in one way or another, and very muted, and I don't really like to have things around me. I just not that into materialistic. So when I was talking to my friends just now for over high tea, and then they were saying like, I'm just weird. Yeah, I'm just pretty weird actually, in that sense that I go through a lot of phases in life, and I'm willing to try a lot of new things, and I'm constantly changing. That's the thing. I find myself changing quite a lot, and I find myself doing very odd things that are very different from people. but not to that kind of weird extent, but it's just something that I like, because I don't really like to do things in the normal way. I like to do things that are slightly different, and it kind of pushes me out of my boundary to try new things, or to even venture into another zone. It's just a way of to spice up my life, sort of thing, in terms of my philosophy. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, that's pretty much I have for my goals this year. And in terms of spiritual goals, I just pray that I'll be able to have a vision, because this year's theme of the year, it's Hazon vision. So Hazon is like vision, actually, if I'm not wrong, I think, in the Hebrew terms. And to this year, pastor actually prayed for the church to have wisdom, to be able to see the faith picture that God actually gave us. And I truly believe in visions, because sometimes you have like imageries popping out of your head, and sometimes you wonder whether is it really just you, or is it just God, spiritually. But I kind of learned how to discern over the years, and as you know, that as long as the imagery inside you feels like you're at peace, and it kinds of like in sync with the Bible verses and with what pastor or the church have been preaching, I find that it's something that that a vision that I could trust and have faith in, and knowing that it is from the Lord. And usually when you keep praying and it keeps coming up into your head, most likely it is. So that's that year of vision, the year of vision 2021. So last year was really kind of a ride. I wouldn't say I went through a lot of emotions, but I did encounter some difficulties at work, managing people, managing my team. I think that was the highlight for me. And also like circuit breaker, I enjoyed that period of time staying at home, getting locked down, and the whole nation is like, in its resting mode. Everyone is resting. So it was quite an experience, but I wouldn't say it's very traumatic or whatsoever. But it's a kind of like a little bumpy ride that I went through, that allows me to grow and see more things. So that's really much it. And I hope that in 1 year's time, or in 2022, my house will be ready. I'll be able to move in, and I do not know whether I will have a child by then or not, I'll be pregnant or not, or whatsoever, but I'll leave it up to God. And I just pray that I will be able to bless others. I will be sufficient. I will not feel lacked. I will be healthy, because this year I noticed that I have a cyst on my neck, and it just kind of like disappears and appears and disappears again. So it's very irritating. So I just pray that my health would be better than ever, that I'll be stronger, wiser, that age would go reverse for me, that I'll get younger and younger instead of older and older, in Jesus' name. And I will just keep myself being positive, and then looking forward to the promises that are spoken in the Bible by God. So I find that as I grow older, I really need to hang on to the words of the Lord, because that really kind of sustain and give me hope. Yeah, so I hope that everyone is well. I hope that whoever's watching this video, that you are also setting out goals for yourself, that you have amazing visions of your life. I pray that you will have that. And I pray that you'll be healthy. I pray that you'll be able to see or find out what's your calling in life, no matter what happens. And thank you so much for watching this video, or following my previous videos that I have done. And yeah, see you in 1 year's time. Bye.